Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Alright, today's episode we're going to get finished sandblasting the frame of the 57. As you can see, I got kind of a makeshift lift here. Going to hold it up out of the way so I can get up underneath it, finish sandblasting it. But get up under here and get the bottom side of this frame done. But yeah, I'll get you guys set up and let you watch it. Let you guys take a look at that while I'm doing it too. All right, give my air compressor a break, but as you can see, it's coming pretty clean this side. As you can tell, I've gotten some of it, haven't gotten too much of it. That mash, boy, it just fogs up and I can't see nothing. But for the most part, for that little bitty thing, it does a really good job. I mean, as you can tell, that was what it looked like before. Same thing down here on the frame rails on the bottom side. You can see how it looks. But a lot of this looks like grease and road grime and stuff, but it blows through it pretty quick, but it blows it pretty clean. Right there is undercoating. It blasts that off pretty easy, but yeah, we're just gonna get down these frame rails on the bottom side, then we'll focus on the rear and front suspension some more. But right now I really just want to get as much of the frame as I can, because the suspension can come off and I can clean it separately because it's coming off anyways. But figured if I could get as much now, I don't have to put it in my blast cabinet as much. But that's what it's looking like. All right, it's gotten a little dark on me, so I guess that's gonna be it for tonight. I'm gonna call it a quits for tonight, but got a lot more of it done. It's looking a lot better. Still got some tight spots to get in there on the frame, on the control arms and stuff, but for the most part, boy, Ford did not take pride in their welding. Man, there's some ugly welds. I mean, really, did they not have quality control back then? This looks like a repair because this shock mount right here has been broken, it looks like, so they took something off of some other vehicle. welded it on here, so I'll have to fix that. But I got a lot of the frame rails are pretty much done. I got underside as best I could. The bottom side of the frame's fairly pitted. Sorry, battery died. But yeah, as I was saying, these welds, they didn't really care too much about the welding on these. And I guess it's there, but I mean that's kind of horrible. I think we're gonna grind all that down. I'll try to make like a leveling jig, make sure the frame's level, and I may go around and I burn all that in all the way down the frame rails just to make sure it's nice and sturdy. But I think right now what I'm going to do is we're going to focus on getting this front suspension torn down as much as we can tonight, and just try to get it torn down so we can start separating the parts, getting them blasted, cleaned, and then we'll work on the rear end, get the rear end loose. Did order a bunch of parts. We've got all the bushings for the front. I've got the sway bar bushings. I've got let's see, what else did I get? I ordered so much stuff today, I don't really know. I got bushings for the rear, lowering blocks for the rear because we're going to lower it a little bit. But yeah, we'll go ahead and start tearing that down.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me, cause she got a bad little waist. And we tearing down this place, off the liquor that we chase. Got some egos to the face, baby, I don't need no space. Coming closer for a taste, and I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on a tight frame. All game, no shame, baby came here to play. I feel like an addict cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine. Got a fine little body and her mind's kinda naughty. They say that once you taste it, you cannot replace it. She could get you high, all the dopamine inside triggers fast once she's naked. Her body's a creation. They say the devil made her for his entertainment, but even he couldn't learn how to contain it. Her high heels make a damn good statement. There is no replacement, a body by Satan. Cause she got a bad little waist, and we tearing down this place. Off the liquor that we chase, got some egos to the face. Baby, I don't need no space. Coming closer for a taste, and I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on a tight frame. All game, no shame, baby came here to play. I feel like an addict cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine.
On getting these drums and brakes and stuff off. All that blasting media coming out on me. Let's just see if we can stubborn. Oh. All right. Woo. They got some grooves in them. Hopefully they can be turned. Let's see if we can get this brake line loose. Yep. Of course it's going to do that. Well, alright, that's one way to do it. Ooh. Save that over there. Alright, I think we're going to focus on maybe just taking all this as one piece, and I can work on it on a table or something and rebuild these brakes as they are on the thing here, and just take the getting grease all over the front of my jacket. Heat this stuff up. Wire brush them threads off so they'll come out a little bit easier. Alright. See if we can break this loose. Well, come apart easier than I thought it would. There it is. Oh yeah. Exactly what I wanted it to do. Oh wow, that's some kind of a gasket right there. Alright. Alright, so that side's torn down as far as I can get it, as far as the brake drum and stuff goes. I'm gonna get cracking on this other side here. I'm not gonna film it, you'd already see what it was like. It's just a mirror image of the other side. So yeah, let me get this knocked out, and then may go ahead and knock out trying to get the steering linkage off, and we'll go from there. Alright, we got this side off. This side's off, so I think we're going to work on getting the steering linkage loose. Let's go ahead and get some penetrating. Well, this ain't really penetrating. This is just some straight up old WD-40. But better than nothing, we'll throw some heat to it. Alright, so it's what, I think 2 days later. We got all that off. So everything's laying over there behind the frame. We gotta try to get these springs out. Gotta figure out a way to get these springs, control arm tied up so when I let the pressure off, it doesn't give me any issues. So we're gonna, let me see if I can come up with something, how to hold that still. Because if I do that with just a jack, it's gonna pop up. So I'd like to keep my fingers and toes and my face where it is. I don't want to get a spring in my face that however fast it decides to come loose if I don't hold that down right. But yeah, let's figure something out. Alright, so what I've done here, I hooked some ratchet straps into the control arm and I got them tight. And then for safety, I got a chain wrapped around the spring to the control arm down here. So if you can see it right here. And it's all hooked together with a D-ring or a carabiner, I guess you could say, whatever these screw-on things are. Right there. But it's tight on there. Got the jack under it. So we're going to clean up these threads and hit them with some heat and some WD-40 and break them loose, and we'll whack it with a hammer, see what happens. Tell you right now, I'm a little scared to hit that with a hammer. But let me back this up for you in case something goes bad. Did that really work? It looks like it's loose. It is. Wow, the straps are holding it. I don't believe it. Spindle off. These have got shims between them here. Need to take note how many shims were on each one. What I may do is just put them back if they're able to do that without falling off. If there's a, you know, like a hole, or if it's just a slot, so they can just drop them in. Well, they're just slots. That one had a lock washer on it. So, that's one side. Now that you've seen it, I'm not going to bore you with watching me do that same side. But yeah, this is this side of the frame torn off. Or the front suspension torn off. You can see where the sandblaster, I couldn't get to it. With the upper A-arm on there, it's got a perfect line right to there. But once I get it completely stripped, I'll take it back outside. Take it back outside and sandblast it some more, clean it up again one more time, make sure everything's good, flip it upside down, make sure I get all the little nooks and crannies. I want the frame really, really clean. I had one ask if I'm gonna paint it, if I'm gonna have one of y'all. I'll have to look, I'm sorry, I don't remember your name right off. But you asked if I'm gonna do a full paint job on it. Eventually, yes, I do plan on it. My daughter wants to drive this to prom, so I've got 5.5 months to get this car back together and on the road. I mean, luckily the engine's done. It's done. I've ordered a whole bunch of parts. Like as you can see, the tires are here. Lowering blocks are coming. All the bushings and stuff for the front end are coming. Fuel pump for the motor's coming. Fuel tank's actually in really good shape. There's no rust holes in it that I can tell. I have filled it up with water and cleaned it out previously before I started filming again. It does have a large dent in it. I do want to try to fix that. But I've got all brand new brake lines wrapped up in there. There's a little baggie right there on the back of the car with new ends and stuff. So we'll bend all new brake lines. We'll bend a new fuel line for it. Trying to keep as much of this as stock as possible. Like I said, I am going to lower it a little bit. I haven't ordered any of the brakes yet because I wanted to get them apart to see how wide the pads are so we can get the right ones for it. I got this side off. It's off. All the parts are back there. And that's going to be it for this video. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoy. I'm trying to get this car done. I want to get it done before my daughter goes to prom. Because she wants to drive it to prom. She said it was one of her dream cars to drive ever since she watched Back in the Future. I guess seen in the film where she's seen the old car, she loved it. So I told her I'd try to get this one on the road for her. So yeah, next video we'll get the rear end out from underneath it and we'll get this frame back outside, do some more frame or sandblasting on these other areas, get it nice and clean. And but yeah, thank you guys for watching. Huge shout out to everybody that subscribed from the last video. I love every single one of you. Thank you. You know, it's a great feeling to see the subscribes go up. So, like I said, if you want to continue to see more content of this car get put back together and back on the road, and the kind of cool 60s hot rod lead sled kind of stuff is what I'm kind of going for. Try to keep it as stock as possible, but modify it the kind of way they would have back then, lowered it, left the wheels on it, just, you know, made it look cool. And, you know, so that's what I'm shooting for. But hey, thank you to each and every one of you. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so that way you can see whenever I post a new video. And, you know, but hey, thank you guys for watching.